What's up? How you doing? How's your day? How's everything? How's your mom been doing? Good? Great? That's awesome. How I'm doing? Oh, I'm just alive. That's all I can say. I'm dead and alive at the same damn time. Sweet. Dead, so somebody wanted you, maybe they wanted you dead. Maybe they tend towards you, so maybe they crossed you because you are a witch, because you are the way, you are the sun, you are the light, because you are the one. So someone crossed you knowing that you were this ace of staves. So you were like this ace of wands, you were bright, you were a standout, and you were a rose because, you know, a rosa is a man that is a thorn, meaning he has a dick. So maybe someone crossed you because they were a dick or because you were a dick. You know, who knows? But either way, you were crossed. Someone crossed you out because you were very bright, because they seen a opportunity to, you know, get away with something, that they would actually get a victory from this. Maybe they wanted to look cool, you know, and maybe you don't really give a fuck about looking cool, but uh, someone crossed you because they knew that you were the one, that you actually had the victory, you already won, like you were it, and they were wanting to gang up on you. They were wanting to conspire to they were conspiring to gang up on you and take you out. You know, it's over a victory, maybe even over a marriage or some kind of relationship that you had that was seen by others, that people like, oh man, y'all are a power couple, y'all are like really good together. Maybe you work together with your friends, or maybe you married all these motherfuckers, you were with all of them, and like you were a victory, you were a something good to, you know, something good to people, you know what I mean, like you were a gem. And like these, you know, these witches or this witch seen that you were a gem, you know what I mean, they seen that you were a standout, and that you were blocked out of a lot of things, or you were left out of a lot of things, or possibly this person or persons were outside of your realm, but they seen you, they know you, even if you don't know them, and maybe you were very protected or very protective of yourself, and these people stayed away from you, but they knew who you were. They watched you. Maybe they even did witchcraft on you, but this person might even had dreams about you or thoughts about you, and they see you as a son, as a like a warrior, a angel, and they salute you like, you know, hello, you know, and they're like, wow. Maybe they even surrounded you. Maybe like you were like dead, and these people were like seeing that you were dead, and like you were on the outskirts, like there was no one there, and people were like taking stuff. But like like these people seen you as like a victory. Like, wow, this is like, you are the money. You are what everybody wants. No wonder that, you know, they were trying to fuck with you or take your dick or fucking like take your magic, your abilities away from you, because they really wanted to hurt you and keep you really blocked out. Meaning they were blocked out, so they wanted to block you out from your own gifts and your victory. And maybe many women that seen you as like the warrior, the sun, the light that they were looking for, the goodness that they were looking for. Maybe they were wanting you for sex, or maybe they were wanting to do witchcraft with you, or anything. You know what I mean? Like they seen you as a bright light, as a victory, as a step up from where they were. You know, and that you know, you had to be crazy not to see that a lot of people wanted to be with you, or were attracted to you, worked with you, seen you, knew you, and wanted to cross you out, wanted to keep you out of something, and wanted to take your place. And literally were working together because you were one person that was doing a lot. These people seen that you were what's really behind everything, that you were the backer, that you were the packer, you know what I mean? You are the person, you are the myth, everybody, the Smith, you know, you're the Davis, you're a psychic witch that everybody was looking for and wanted to marry and be with. And you had a lot of people that were looking at you like copying you or like saluting, but they might not even knew that it was you, and they realized that they were actually kept out from you, and maybe they were even crossed because they were left out of what they truly wanted and what they were looking for. And maybe some of these people even kept to themselves because they knew that they were blocked out and they would be crossed if they tried to have a relationship with you. And they know that they wanted to be with you, that you were you're the Indian mound, you're you're it, you know, you're the sun, and that has many different meanings. And maybe you were the son, the father, the husband, the daughter, the mother, you're everybody, you're the parent. And it was apparent that you had a victory, that you were a champion, that you were a fighter, that you survived, you know, that you were very bright, and you were able to even see like a lot of like things before they happened, so that you were able to, you know, maybe block yourself out from some things that you didn't see as a victory. You seen that there was a different way, and that people were maybe working together, or they were keeping something hidden from you, that something was off, that, you know, like there's a reason why you stay by yourself or you stay to yourself. And you see why some of these other people have been staying to themselves now, even if you don't go out. But you know that these people are watching you and listening to you, and in the back they really see you as an angel, as a warrior, as something they would actually want to be with, they would have a relationship with. They think they would know they already have a victory with you, but they keep you from the victory. They try to keep you from the victory, which keeps them from the victory, because it crosses them and what they really want. And they're seeing that, you know, like maybe they were lied to a lot of things, and they were actually kept, like I said, they were actually kept from you by you keeping them from you, or others keeping you from them, or, you know, there's just some people that really wanted to be with you throughout your life, throughout time, that know they had a victory with you, or they know you were a victory already, you know what I mean? And you were a victor, and maybe they had a price, you know what I mean? But they see that they were blocked out from you, and that your way is very, you know, like you're very open about things. You're, you know, you're searching for the truth, and you have been like programmed and blocked out from the truth for many years. And you see that many people work together to conspire and to keep you out of these things, because they could see what you were seeing. Like they were seeing it before, so they were able to block it from you. And that would change your way of life, you know, and it changed the way others seen you. Maybe they, you know, they were, like I said, they were lied to, so they, instead of seeing you as a victory, they seen you as a fault, you know what I mean, as something that they didn't want. But you strive through it, even being blocked, even being your victories taken, maybe even your kids taken at times, you know what I mean? Like you're crossed in so many different ways by so many different people, that like there's no way not to see everything, because there's so many cases, so much data, so much stuff out there that shows how many times I've had victories, and that they truly, these people like really work together to conspire to what? Make me lose. And traditionally they did things a certain way that would always block me from things. So they did things purposely, always as a tradition, and they got used to it. So their kids did it, everybody did it, and they even put it in law, or they supposedly put it in law because it's a scam. They can't do none of that shit. It's false. But they did it as a tradition, and they would keep it up and do things to keep me blocked out from things. And they're starting to see that they block themselves out from what? True love, true happiness, from my ace of cups, because I'm already ace, and I have 4 aces, 4 cases, quadruple X, you know what I mean? And even like the kids, the young kids, or even my sons, might question like things like that were traditionally doing and traditionally told to do, and they're seeing that they were actually really hurting you in a way because they were all working together, and maybe they see that maybe like traditionally they maybe even would marry like younger kids to adults, or maybe they would marry you as younger kids and purposely have you prearranged marriages to have kids, and people are seeing that they were wanting a different way. Maybe maybe they were blocked from true love, somebody that they really wanted to be with. Maybe somebody wants to have a son, or they see you as a prince. They see you like, oh wow, you're still young. Like, oh my, you look alright. Like traditionally you always look alright. No one knows that like you're really hurt, like really bad, like the things you went through maybe as a child, as a younger person. Even if you look younger, you still like now I've been through a lot. You know what I mean? And maybe they're seeing that you've had a full cup, or you are the like full cup, like you would fill it up, like you're something that they truly, truly wanted. Like maybe, and like I said, somebody wants a son. Maybe they want a son from you, and maybe that's why they married you. But maybe they got pregnant and blocked themselves from you, and you ain't seen them. You know what I mean? And so this person's sitting alone, watching you, but keeps themselves from you, even if they're married to you. And like you're seeing like they like hang out with everybody else, but they keep you in the background. Maybe other people are seeing that maybe they were just using you as a sperm donor, and traditionally that they have nothing to do with that. Like they're like more or less like just selling you. You know what I mean? Because they're like, oh my, wow, he is the one. That's the one from when we were younger. Traditionally we stayed away from this person. We don't know this person like that, but he's everything. Wow, I see that now, that like, oh wow, he is Victory. He was married and had 3 sons. Or and maybe there was other wives that I don't know about, what I mean, that are coming to light, people doing things to me, maybe in my sleep. Maybe I sleepwalk. Maybe that's the Walt Disney disease. The disease. I don't know, I was at ease, I think, pretty good. But yeah, either way, marriage here, someone's come together. Maybe you come together with someone, maybe family, maybe they come together over money, family money. Maybe this was a marriage that they were trying to get money, or maybe you married someone and made a lot of money, and maybe you don't give it to the kids, or you made a lot of money but you don't have a lot of money. Like you have a lot of businesses that take a lot of money, and the businesses cost. People don't understand overhead, really. They like, oh, you're the boss, you got all this money, da da da, but they don't realize, well, I got all this overhead and paying all this shit. By the time I'm done it, I ain't even got shit. But either way, maybe you married into money, but this person won't give you money, and they like spend money like hell. You know what I mean? And maybe that makes them happy that they spend your money. Maybe they married you for money, and like literally, like you got maybe you got like tons of money, but you don't never see it because you never seen it as a kid. Maybe you even had the money. You had family money that you never knew you had, and someone seen this and they knew about it and married you for the money. You know what I mean? And it makes them happy that maybe that you don't have the money, that you don't know about it, because they're able to live however the fuck they want. And maybe you have some people that are like younger and are looking into things, and you know they see that maybe this family is happy that they were able to marry into money, or somebody in their family married into money, and they have all this money but this person don't actually have a lot of money, and they didn't have money when they were a kid. Like, they made it themselves. They were doing, you know what I mean? And like, these people don't realize that like someone married into money don't mean that they get it. They thought they were going to get it. Maybe it was just for this person that was married and not like their family. You know what I mean? And it starts a lot of wars and fights, man, over money. For real. But possibly when you were younger, you had a lot of inspiration, a lot of creativity and imagination, but you didn't have a lot of money. But you had someone in the back that maybe they married you when you were younger, if you know it or not, and had a family when you were younger. But this person was smart enough to know that, and they put you in a lot of businesses, a lot of things, because you're special. You know what I mean? And like, it makes someone happy because this has made a ton of fucking money, man. Like, this has made like bukus of money, wealth, like land, everything. Just like so much that it was like forever. You know what I mean? And it's almost like going into the M&M place, or the Hershey's plant, or the Willy Wonka plant. You know what I mean? And it's just like chocolate forever. It's like golden coins forever. Chocolate coins with gold leaf over it. You know what I mean? And just like walk forever and do things forever and be happy. You know what I mean? And maybe that's what you wanted. You just wanted a family to be happy, and you didn't really want a whole lot. But you have a whole lot. Like, you've accumulated a lot of things, even if you know it or not, truthfully. You know? And why I say that, by knowing it or not, because I know for a fact people were hiding companies, hiding all kinds of things in my name. Like, I've started a lot of things. There's just a lot of shit that I like created, and I know I created, and even some family probably back in the day helped me create it, or they married me. You know what I mean? But I never seen none of the money. But these companies have made tons of money, and like, people are like kind of getting desperate, I think, and like, they were wanting to sacrifice because they were not able to get the money no more. Like, it was releasing money for a certain amount of years, and then after that, it was just going to pay. It's mine, and so that's why they tried to kill me before the deadline, more or less. And even if I did die, I came back to life. I mean, like, I'm the same person. I just have a death and birth certificate. So it's weird. Maybe I have 3. You know what I mean? And maybe it broke a lot of people's hearts. Somebody they wanted to marry you, wanted to have family, and they seen that, oh, you were sacrificed. Maybe they thought you were dead, so they went somewhere else. And they see they're not happy, and they see that they still want to marry you, and no one else. They were heartbroken that they attacked the wrong family. Who knows? Because people will go to different houses thinking, oh, and they forget that people move out of houses and it's different people. And I already have a thing that multiple people were pretending to be certain people. And I remember like in 2008, everything was left to me, and they some people, they flew to, supposed to have flown to Arizona. You know, I don't know if they ever got on the plane or not. I don't think they ever came back. But everything was left in, so I have a feeling about that because of certain things. But you know, it's been balanced. Been thinking about it for a while. You know what I mean? Like, there's a very, very good chance that, yeah, multiple people were taken out and replaced. They were switching spots, doing all kinds of things, marrying people to other people when they were young and they didn't know it. And then these people would get trapped maybe in these marriages, and they'd be happy for a little while, but then they'd be wanting to sacrifice because either they weren't really happy and didn't want to be in these marriages, or they realized they were crossed, or they had like third party affairs that would fuck up the family kind of thing. And people seem to be unbalanced, you know what I mean? Like it's crazy how when I am kind of balanced, people, and just to myself, that it causes more heartbreak and people to be unhappy. Like, it's absolutely weird, deranged, kind of weird stuff. But either way, but somebody's happy marriage and family came to an end when maybe there was a third party, or money. It was over money. Maybe children started seeing that things weren't right, or maybe they wanted to go a different way. Somebody wanted to go a different way and felt desperate after there was a family heartbreak and a marriage maybe crumbled, or somebody was widowed. And maybe this person has been going by themselves for a while and they've been balanced with that. But it comes to, you know, like when people are down and out on money and they're they're desperate and they're wanting to get money real quick, and they see a great spot, like just a normal couple or family that maybe has a lot of things, they'll come and sacrifice. Like, they can come and sacrifice the whole street in like an hour, and you know, they can do this all night and take out the whole town, and people don't even know it, and people will come in and take their places, or they'll just sit there and bodies will rot. Either way, you know, but this person was happy by themselves and balanced, but then they realized something, maybe I posted online or something about that, and seeing how easy that their happy marriage, family, their situation could be changed instantly, that they seen that maybe I was sacrificed, and they started looking into things and see that I'm right to an extent, at very least, that at one point I was at least 98% correct on everything, and now I at least 103, 104, 106, 107.7. I mean, I'm like insane numbers that can't be matched, you know what I mean? So either way, this person is maybe this person's balanced, you know, maybe they've been through heartbreak or some kind of sacrifice where they were in very desperate situation, and maybe they see you as the same, or as someone they knew when they were younger. They didn't, like, you went through a lot of the same things as them, and maybe they see you as marriage material, as somebody they would like to have a relationship with. Maybe, you know what I mean, like maybe they're tired of heartbreak and tired of being, you know, left for someone else, or being happy for a certain amount of time but finding out it's over money, or maybe someone can't have a kid, or something like that, and then they find out, oh, they can't have a kid, so they don't want them no more, you know, things like that. I mean, it happens. And you know, people will sacrifice a lot of things to have a child. You know, I never realized that. I mean, I didn't have a problem having children, but I know people that do. I know a lot of people that had problems having children, which is kind of weird because I feel like I just walk around people and they get pregnant, you know, and someone else sees that and they see that justice has never been served. True story. And that I am the one that, yeah, they all ganged up on me. And that it's a game that they're very much were trying to take me out. And it was for money completely. And, a lot of people included in cards, they include their names and their phone numbers on cards sometimes, addresses, things like that. And like where they get, like maybe, you know, they see that you're a witch, that maybe that you dance around, do things, that you got a pot, and that you create art. Someone like wanted to fuck it up, and there was no justify. They were just gang of wolves here trying to fuck up somebody's shit because they know that it's worth a fucking ton of money. Art is worth a ton of money, especially when it's like a Bob Ross or some shit, or a Vincent Van Gogh, or a Picasso or something. And they see that their way is coming to an end, that their scam is not working no more, that their calls are going to block, and that all they're doing is talking to each other at this point. You know what I mean? And that the money is safe, that I am the King of Pentacles, that took it off planet, took it to the stars, baby, that I have some star people helping me, what I mean? That by chance, they're, changing their plan and actually going to work with me. Something that these people never wanted to see because they were like, oh man, this motherfucker dies and then comes back and all this shit. But they don't see what all they've been doing and what goes on in the background and who I am. They don't even know who I am. They just like, oh, he's an alien. We don't even know shit about him except he makes everything on the earth, and that, he just walks the earth when he's asleep and don't even know it. He just in a cloak. No one knows because he looks like a girl probably. So if be a prince or princess, but they see the way because they'll follow me. That's Forrest Gump, They'll watch. They'll come. They'll be like, oh, well, I help. Well, I want to have a family. They want to do magic. I want to do some magic in a house with a rabbit and a hat and a cat. And maybe you're they see that you're having to carry a lot, but you're still happy that you still get around, that you're still doing something. Maybe you have somebody that is maybe you have a fortune. Maybe you have someone coming to you that's worth a fortune that knows you, but they're taking a long ass time, and they're really like, oh my god, like you're really the only one. Like it's kind of odd. It's hard to process that you're it, and like this person is loyal to you. So you yeah, I can't believe this, but like I'm gonna come to this person and be happy, and I see why or the way, that all the things that this person's been carrying for so long and has all these gifts and all these like rewards, all these things and all these things you daydreamed about, dreamed about, created, thought about, all the like, and it's been proven that you're beating the AI, you beat the computer, so your thought comes before the computer, like you're real, and like just sitting right there. I mean, like the card starts talking. So hello card, how are you? Hello, Miss Seven of Cups. Beautiful. Hello. But you have so many dreams, so many things you want to do, so many things you want to stay away from. Like you're smart, you know what you want, you know what you like, you're loyal to yourself, and you carry a lot of weight. Even if you stay just at the house by yourself a lot, Like, you're happy with that, even if you want to go somewhere you're not able to, but you're happy with yourself, and you're loyal to yourself, even if you have to be by yourself, and you're happy with what you've had to do in life, and you're the magic. Your family even knows. They even get into it too, but they don't let you know about it. They'll watch and do it themselves, and try to repeat it or hide that they watch you or listen to you or something, because everybody's listening to me because I'm the wire. It's like instantly. When the police come to my house a few times, just off and nothing, just a wellness check, never even talk to me or anything like that. Yeah, I'm kind of like, I kind of know what I said was true. I said if they come, then everything I've been saying is fucking truth, and they came twice. That was a double confirmation that they don't know what the fuck I am, that they see that, yes, oh my God, we're living in the wave, that the earth is above us, that we are below the earth, like it comes down, heaven and hell, we're together, balanced, and temptation overrides everything, because you know what, everybody's tempted by everything, and that is the whole point of why everybody is out in the cold and trying to hide their relationships and the love that they actually have for me behind the scenes. They think about me, they maybe even like dream about me, they're in bed about me, you know what I mean? Like, people are writing to me, maybe they're even sending me mail, money, anything like that, and they know I'm not getting it, because they know I'm not getting no mail, they know I'm not getting no emails, like things like that. There's very certain people that have been able to actually email me and all, and I pretty much figure I know who they are. You know what I mean? And they're like people that are involved, but they actually like me, so they're able to actually contact me. Then they're the only ones. Like, they have been having me blocked for a long time, and it's kind of fucked up, just to be truthful. And they should be changing. They should have already changed, because they know who I am. I'm I am Guyana, the star, the King of Pentacles, the one that's actually able to work with others. And I don't have, like, people are amazed that I am a super psychic, telepath, all this shit, and I'm able to actually touch people and be around people, like, and that my telepathy is just growing. It's like, I got, like, it's crazy, but and y'all know it. And after that quadruple Virgo, or that vertigo that happened, that's when the feds came, or when the police came the first time, and they admitted that they were watching me, and that after they said they weren't watching me, then they admitted they were watching me, and I was like, I caught y'all on a lie, y'all bullshit. You know what I mean? But they're watching me, they know what the fuck's happening to me, so they're not doing a goddamn thing, so proves what? I am right. And they're just stealing my art and making money off of it, and when they get caught, they're goddamn whining about the shit. And they have no fucking beginnings, because what? They're stealing from me. I guess the Boston myth, the Boston, you know what I mean? That I am the one. The victorious justice. The justice that, what? Wolves are going to be getting for y'all fucking making fun of them. I'm the moon. I am, always happy. I am the happy one, even when I'm heartbroken and sad, and people cut me off, and I'm away from women and celibate, and I think people, try to cut me off for money. They try to do all kinds of things. Like, some people just have some meanness out there, and they're unbalanced, and they're not seeing that what? They're not seeing me. They have all this shit, but they don't want it. But all they see is, like, doing stuff to me, or, they want to see me like this, like in despair. Oh, sacrifice him, because he has all these things, even if you don't know about it. You know what I mean? Like, since a kid, I've been on my own, like, just doing things, and I have Well, I do know this. I have a serial killer watching me somewhere, somehow. And y'all want to catch the person. And obviously this person don't want to be caught. And knows I am the money. And I have a ton of fucking money. And I actually probably am married to this person. Just saying. I love you.